If you've been scrolling through endless wine fridge options, feeling the tug between big enough for a growing collection and won't break the bank, you're not alone. I've been there, comparing dimensions, temperature ranges, and those glossy LED lights that look great in a video but don't really tell you how the thing works when you're actually pulling a bottle for dinner. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. In this video I'm going to walk through the CaLefort 24-inch wine fridge bundle, the 2-unit set that promises 113 bottles total, dual-zone cooling, and a sleek glass door, and help you decide whether it actually fits the real life of a home bar, a kitchen, or a small wine enthusiast household. First off, the biggest question most people have is, will this fit my space without looking like a freezer that got lost? The CaLefort units are 24 inches wide, 66 inches tall, and about 22 inches deep. That size lands you right in the sweet spot for a standard kitchen pantry column or a built-in alcove behind a countertop. The front vent design means you can place the fridge against a wall without worrying about back airflow restrictions, which is a common hidden trade-off for many compact wine coolers. If you're planning a freestanding setup in a dining room or a bar cart, you'll need to allow a few inches of clearance on each side for the vents to breathe. I've seen a lot of buyers regret the later stage discovery that the rear of a unit was too close to a cabinet, causing the compressor to run constantly and the temperature to fluctuate. With the CaLefort, the vent is front-facing, so as long as you leave that little breathing room, you avoid that pitfall. Now, let's talk temperature control because that's the heart of any wine fridge. Each unit has a dual-zone compressor that can be set anywhere between 40 F and 65 F. In practice, that means you can keep reds at a slightly warmer 55 F while chilling whites at 45 F, all without needing two separate appliances. For a household that enjoys both a chilled glass of Sauvignon Blanc on a summer evening and a room temperature Pinot Noir for a cozy night in, the dual zone is a genuine time saver. It also eliminates the need to shuffle bottles between zones, which can be a hassle if you're juggling a mixed collection. The downside? The range isn't as broad as some higher-end models that can dip down to 35 F for sparkling wines or climb up to 70 F for fortified varieties. If your collection leans heavily into those extremes, you might find the 40-65 F window a little restrictive. The glass doors are double layer and UV protected, which is a practical strength when your fridge sits near a window or under bright kitchen lighting. UV exposure is a silent killer for wine, slowly degrading aromas and colors over months. The 3-color LED lighting inside the door lets you switch between a warm amber glow, a cool white, or a subtle blue. In my testing, the amber setting adds a nice ambience without washing out the label colors, which is perfect for a bar display. The LED strip is also low heat, so it doesn't add extra load to the compressor. The only practical weakness I noticed is that the glass door, while sturdy, can be a bit heavy for one hand. If you have limited strength or plan to open and close it frequently during a party, you might want to consider a soft close latch or a helper. Adjustable shelves are a feature that gets talked about a lot, but the real benefit shows up when you start stacking larger format bottles, think magnums or half bottles of dessert wine. The shelves on the CaLefort unit slide in and out smoothly and lock into place, letting you create a custom layout in a matter of seconds. For a casual collector who mainly stores standard 750 ml bottles, you could set all the shelves evenly and maximize the 52-bottle and 61-bottle capacities in each unit. For someone with a few specialty bottles, you can free up space on one tier and lower a shelf to accommodate the taller necks. The trade-off is that the shelves are made of tempered glass. They're sturdy, but they can crack if you slam a heavy case onto them. Handle each bottle with care and avoid using the shelf as a catch-all for grocery bags. Who should buy this bundle? If you have a modest but growing collection, say 80 to 110 bottles, and you want a dedicated place for both reds and whites without committing to a single massive cabinet, this 2-unit set makes sense. It's especially attractive for a home bar that doubles as a small kitchen appliance, because you can tuck one unit under a countertop and let the other sit on a bar shelf. The built-in option lets you integrate the fridge into a custom cabinet, giving a seamless look that many people crave for entertaining spaces. The price point, when you compare it to buying two separate 24-inch fridges, is also competitive, which is where the value really shines. On the flip side, if you're a serious collector with over 200 bottles,